way, I posted a question on my Instagram. What car would my Instagram followers want to see me redesign the most? The comment with the most likes would be the car that I would redesign. Surprisingly, the car that you guys want to see me redesign the most is the Ford Ka. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. Now, let's be honest here. There is only one proper generation of the Ford Ka, and that is the first generation, obviously. After that, it became just another scared, boring little hatchback that did absolutely everything it could to blend in. So, let's modernize the first generation Ford Ka. The Ford Ka is a small car manufactured by the American manufacturer Ford Motor Company from 96 to 2016 as a city car, and from 2016 onwards as a subcompact car. The first generation lasted for 11 glorious years from 1996 to 2008. A second generation came out in 2008, and the third generation was introduced in 2016. But these two final generations were so bland that nobody really cared.
You suck!
It seems the first Ka was designed during a time when I would have loved to work as a designer for Ford. They didn't only have the Ka, but they had some cool chiseled styling applied to the first gen Puma as well, and the Cougar, if you remember those cars. A little of that transferred over to the first generation Focus as well. I remember thinking how cool they all looked, especially the Ford Puma. I loved that car. This styling was like a bunch of ellipses mixed together and intersecting an infinite number of times to build up the shape of the car. It's just a bunch of ellipses if you really look at them. It was a time of experimentation for Ford, a time when the ball was in the hands of the designers and not the engineers or the marketing departments. We all know what happened with the Ka, and not to mention the new Ford Puma. Compare the cookie cutter design of today to the funkiness of the first generations. It's not even worth mentioning, to be honest. So instead of accepting the new designs of these cars, I'm going to make my own 2021 Ford Ka, and that's what we're doing right now. Of course, it's going to be based on the first generation, but with a lot of updates to the styling and the graphics of the original car. The car was introduced on September 11th, 1996 as a small and low-cost addition to the Ford range, the keyword here being low cost. It was based on the Mark IV Ford Fiesta platform, but with a completely different exterior design, as we all know. The design borrowed a lot from Gia's Saetta show car, a roadster designed by Filippo Sapini, and the Ka evolved from concept to production with very minor changes. The large one-piece molded bumpers and wheel arches made the car very durable and easier to repair. The designer of the production car was Chris Svensson of Sunderland, who had designed a similar shaped car when he was studying at the Royal College of Art in 1992. So he basically took his student project, remolded it to fit this concept car, and out came the Ford Ka in 1996. When the Ka was first introduced to the public, it provoked mixed reactions, which always happens when someone tries to do something new, and this was of course due to the original and striking new edge design of the Ka. Besides the styling, the Ka, I feel like when I say Ka, it's like a Boston accent saying car, but I am saying Ka, so I'm not from Boston. The name of the car is Ka. The suspension and steering settings allowed for hard cornering with this tiny little car and high level of grip, providing strong handling characteristics. Basically, this little Ford was a very fun car to drive. At launch, the Ka was produced as a single model with a number of production options, including air conditioning, power steering, height adjustable driver's seat, adjustable position rear seat with head restraints, passenger airbags, central locking, and power windows. An ABS system was an option that was added in January of 1997, a year after the launch of the car. Aside from corrosion, the main drawback was the 1300cc four-cylinder engine, putting out an amazing 60 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, a design that was dating back to the 1950s Kent engine used in the Ford Anglia. Although not very modern, it had enough torque to still make the Ka fun to drive. But in 2002, this old engine was replaced by the overhead cam Duratec engine. For the first 3 years of production, and this car that we have right here is one of these cars, all models had these black plastic bumpers to minimize parking damage to the paint in the city environments where people don't know how to parallel park. These bumpers contained a stabilizer to prevent UV degradation, which made them unsuitable for painting, because if you painted these bumpers, it would not adhere properly, so it doesn't make sense to paint them. They just put the stabilizer in the bumpers and left it like that with this gray or black plastic. However, it became clear that many of the owners actually knew how to drive and wanted body-colored bumpers, so they were introduced in 1999. In 2003, though, the Ka brand was diversified with the addition of the new Sport Ka and the convertible Street Ka, featuring a sporty body kit, wider track with stiffened suspension, and redesigned 16-inch alloy wheels. Both models came with slightly widened bumper, front and rear, with integral fog lamps. The Street Ka featured a manually folding soft top or an optional detachable hardtop on the winter edition, and I love how these cars look. They look like they've been put together by blocks of car. Then you can just take these blocks out and redesign them if you wanted to. And we do have some Italian involvement in these, even though the Ford team designed these two cars in-house. It was built by Pininfarina. Both the Street Ka and the Sport Ka feature McPherson struts front and rear and uses unique wider front lowering arms or wishbones, giving them exceptional handling. The only exterior panel shared with the original Ka is the hood. Everything else is completely unique for these models. However, the headlights of these cars are still the same as the original Ka, but they have a different shape because a part of the bumper is actually covering the headlights on these models. In 2005, all Ka models, including Sport Ka and Street Ka, received a slightly updated interior, bringing the cabin back up to date while still retaining the look and feel of the original. Both Street Ka and Sport Ka received a new 93 horsepower 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, and these sporty cars were noted for their surprising advertising campaigns, which were called the Ka's Evil Twin. Ford wanted to separate the model from the Ka's traditional cute design, so the TV commercials for the Street Ka and Sport Ka included birds being killed by the open hood of the car and cats being decapitated by the windows as they were trying to climb in. These commercials received a massive amount of criticism and as a result were pulled off the air pretty quickly. The sport models ceased to be officially on sale in late 2006. And there we are, that's the redesign of the 1996 Ford Ka, retaining the funkiness of this car, not turning it into one of these generic, boring, small city hatchbacks that you can't really... If you take the label or the brand away from these cars, you can't tell what brand they are. I still want to have a lot of original Ford Ka in this redesign and work with curvatures and have them intersect in cool ways. And you can see that in the rear lights as well. You have these 3 lights kind of resembling the Mustang 3 strips, but in the Ford Ka, since it's a more bubbly car, a more organic car, we can have curvatures in those 3 lights. But it still brings back to the brand identity of Ford with the Mustang, and that also gives it a hint of sportiness when you think about it. So if you have some Mustangs, bendy lights in the back of the Ka resembling the sporty Mustang, that automatically tricks your mind into this being a sporty car. Anyway, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. I hope you enjoyed this redesign. I'm TheSketchMonkey. If you like this video, hit the like button, it really means a lot to me. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're doing these redesigns every single week. I'm TheSketchMonkey again. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.